Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the world of Australia's most valuable and expensive commemorative 50-cent coins. These coins are not just money. They're miniature works of art that mark milestones, celebrate history, and today some of them sell for big money in the collector market. Let's get started. First up, the 1998 Australian 50-cent commemorative coin is one of those treasures. Struck to celebrate the bicentenary of the discovery of Bass Strait. This coin carries with it not only a monetary value, but also a powerful reminder of exploration, discovery, and Australia's rich maritime history. The coin's reverse design is the true star of the show. Created by artist and sculptor Vladimir Gottwald, it depicts the portraits of two great explorers, George Bass and Matthew Flinders. Alongside their likenesses is a detailed map showing part of southern Australia, all of Tasmania, and the critical stretch of water they explored, the Bass Strait. A fine line traces the route of their historic journey, turning the coin into both an artwork and a map etched in metal. The inscriptions on the reverse are in Latin script, and they read, Sydney, George Bass, Matthew Flinders, Discovery of Bass Strait 1798 to 1998, with the denomination clearly marked as 50. This powerful combination of text and imagery ensures that anyone holding the coin knows exactly what is being commemorated. 2 centuries of discovery that shaped the map and future of Australia. On the obverse side, the coin features the regal effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf. This was the standard portrait used at the time, showing the Queen wearing the royal diadem, with the legend Elizabeth II Australia 1998 inscribed around the rim. Together, the obverse and reverse link the contemporary Australia of the 1990s with both its colonial past and its constitutional monarchy. When it comes to specifications, the 1998 commemorative 50-cent coin maintains the same size and composition as the standard circulating issue. It is struck in copper-nickel alloy, weighs 15.55 grams, and has a diameter of 31.51 millimeters. Like all Australian 50-cent coins since 1969, it features the distinctive 12-sided shape with a smooth edge, making it instantly recognizable in any pocket or collection. The mintage figures for this coin add to its collectability. Approximately 22 million pieces were produced for circulation in 1998, which is relatively modest compared to some other years. While millions entered circulation, many were quickly pulled aside by collectors who recognized the importance of the Bass Strait bicentenary. Today, finding one in top condition can be surprisingly difficult. The coin in blackened condition, like the one we are examining, tells a story of its own. Years of circulation, handling, and exposure have caused the once bright copper-nickel surface to darken and develop patina. While this condition lowers its market price compared to pristine examples, it adds character and historical weight, showing the journey of the coin itself across decades. In terms of market value, circulated examples typically sell for between 50 cents and $2 AUD. However, in uncirculated condition or in specially minted collector sets, these coins can fetch anywhere from $10 to 25 Australian dollars, with particularly high-grade examples commanding even more at auctions. Error coins, such as those struck off-center or with double strikes, can sell for hundreds of dollars, making them the true gems of the 1998 issue. What makes this coin so appealing to collectors is not just its scarcity, but its historical significance. Bass and Flinders were pioneers whose exploration of the southern waters confirmed Tasmania as an island, reshaping maps and opening up new opportunities for trade and settlement. Their story is one of bravery and persistence, and the coin immortalizes their contribution in stunning detail. Collectors also prize this coin for its artistic design. Vladimir Gottwald's work is intricate yet balanced, combining portraits, maps, and routes without overwhelming the viewer. It demonstrates how coins can serve as miniature canvases, condensing centuries of history into a design small enough to fit in your hand. The demand for the 1998 50-cent Bass Strait coin has remained strong for over 2 decades. Collectors of commemorative issues, Australian history enthusiasts, and even international numismatists see it as a must-have. While circulated coins are common, the challenge of finding mint-state examples ensures that demand continues to outpace supply in the higher grades. Looking to the future, This coin has all the hallmarks of a long-term collectible. Its theme is historically significant, its design is visually compelling, and its mintage is low enough to maintain interest. As time goes on and fewer examples remain in pristine condition, its value is likely to rise steadily. Even in its black circulated condition, the coin is far from worthless. It carries an intrinsic appeal for everyday collectors who wish to complete year sets or build commemorative collections. For young collectors or those just starting their numismatic journey, a coin like this provides both affordability and a deep historical story to explore. In a broader sense, the 1998 50-cent coin is a reminder of how money is more than just a medium of exchange. Each coin is a tiny historical artifact, preserving stories of exploration, discovery, and national identity. The base in Flinders coin encapsulates this beautifully, making it one of the standout commemoratives of the 1990s. The 1998 Australian 50-cent commemorative coin, celebrating the discovery of Bass Strait, is a treasure in every sense. Whether valued at a few dollars in circulated condition or significantly more in pristine examples, its real worth lies in the legacy it preserves. For collectors, historians, and everyday Australians alike, this coin is proof that even the smallest piece of metal can carry the weight of centuries of history, and perhaps, if you hold the right example, it could even make you a millionaire. Next up, the 1985 Australian 50-cent coin, a circulation piece that seems ordinary at first glance but has gained legendary status among numismatists. Today, we'll dive into its history, specifications, design, and why it's one of the most sought-after 50-cent coins in the country. The story of the 1985 50 cent begins with Australia's monetary history in the mid-1980s. By then, the 12-sided 50-cent coin had been circulating for nearly 2 decades, having replaced the unpopular round silver 50 cent of 1966. While millions of coins were struck each year, the 1985 issue was produced in astonishingly low numbers, making it one of the rarest circulation coins in modern Australian history. On the reverse, the coin features the enduring design by Stuart Devlin, the official goldsmith and jeweler to the Queen. It depicts the Australian coat of arms, with the proud kangaroo on one side and the noble emu on the other, supporting the shield that represents Australia's 6 states. Above the shield sits the 7-pointed Commonwealth star, and the entire arrangement is beautifully framed within the iconic dodecagon shape. This design has become a true symbol of Australian identity on coinage. The obverse, however, makes the 1985 coin stand out from its predecessors. Instead of the Raphael Maklauf portrait that appeared from 1985 onward in most Commonwealth countries, Australia introduced it this year for the very first time. This meant that 1985 marked the transition from Arnold Machin's earlier portrait of Queen Elizabeth II to Maklauf's newer depiction, showing the Queen wearing the royal diadem with elegant detail. Collectors immediately recognized this as the very first year of this portrait on Australian 50-cent pieces. In terms of specifications, the coin weighs 15.55 grams, has a diameter of 31.51 millimeters, and is struck in copper-nickel alloy. Its edge is smooth, and it maintains the standard 12-sided profile, making it easy to distinguish from other denominations in circulation. On paper, it looks just like any other 50-cent piece of the era. But when it comes to availability, it's an entirely different story. The mintage of the 1985 50-cent coin is what cements its legendary status. Only around 1 million coins were ever released into circulation, an extraordinarily small number compared to the tens of millions struck in other years. This scarcity means that even though the coin was officially intended for everyday use, many Australians never saw one in their change. Because of this, finding a 1985 50 cent in very good condition, like the example we're discussing today, is already a challenge. Most that entered circulation were heavily used, resulting in worn-down surfaces and dull details. A coin that has survived decades while retaining its sharpness, with only moderate wear, becomes a valuable asset to any serious collection. The market value of the 1985 50 cent has steadily grown over the years. In circulated condition, they typically sell for between $10 and $20 Australian dollars, depending on wear. In higher grades, such as uncirculated or proof strikes, prices can soar past $100 Australian dollars, with some fetching even more at auction. This is an extraordinary increase for a coin that originally had a face value of just 50 cents. What makes this coin particularly exciting is the combination of rarity and historical context. Unlike commemorative releases that were struck in high numbers for collectors, the 1985 coin was a standard issue intended for circulation, yet almost none were made. That makes it a genuine rarity in the wild, a coin that feels like striking gold when found in pocket change. Collectors worldwide prize the 1985 issue because it represents a perfect storm, a low mintage year, a change in obverse portrait, and an enduring reverse design that ties it firmly to Australia's heritage. For new collectors, it's a challenging but rewarding goal. For experienced numismatists, it's often considered a cornerstone piece. The demand for this coin has never waned. Each year, as more coins are lost, damaged, or hoarded away in private collections, the number of available examples dwindles. This drives market values higher, and it's why experts predict that prices for well-preserved coins will continue to climb in the years ahead. In a broader sense, the 1985 Australian 50-cent coin is proof that you don't need a flashy design or precious metal to create a valuable collectible. Sometimes, rarity alone is enough to turn a humble copper-nickel coin into a treasure worth far more than its face value. This lesson keeps collectors on their toes, reminding them to always check their change. Even in very good condition, a 1985 coin can be the pride of a collection. While it may not command the highest premium compared to uncirculated examples, it represents a balance between affordability and rarity. Many collectors start with coins in this grade before working their way up to mint-state examples. Ultimately, the 1985 50-cent coin stands as a reminder of how history, rarity, and design can come together in one small piece of metal. For those lucky enough to own one, it's more than just change. It's a piece of numismatic history that continues to grow in prestige and value. The 1985 Australian 50-cent coin is one of the modern rarities of Australian coinage. Its extremely low mintage, combined with its introduction of a new Queen's portrait, makes it a standout piece that collectors chase year after year. Whether worth $20 in circulated form or over $100 in pristine condition, this coin proves that treasures can still be found in everyday pockets. And perhaps, just perhaps, it could be the coin that makes you a millionaire in the future. Next up, the 1997 Australian 50-cent coin is one that deserves close attention. While it may not be as flashy as some commemorative releases, this coin has hidden value, rarity, and high grades, and an appeal that has only grown stronger with time. The year 1997 was not marked by a special commemorative design for the 50-cent coin. Instead, it continued to showcase the Australian coat of arms, a timeless design by Stuart Devlin. This choice reflects continuity and stability in Australian coinage, celebrating the nation's identity in a way that never loses relevance. For collectors, this means the 1997 50 cent is both a staple and a subtle treasure that many overlook. The reverse side of the coin features the full coat of arms of Australia. At its center lies a shield displaying the emblems of the 6 states: New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, South Australia, Western Australia, and Tasmania. Supporting the shield are 2 native animals, the kangaroo and the emu, chosen because neither can walk backward, a powerful symbol of Australia's spirit of progress. Above the shield shines the Commonwealth Star, representing the unity of the states and territories. It's a design packed with symbolism, and it remains one of the most iconic in the nation's numismatic history. On the obverse, the coin carries the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II created by Raphael Maclauff. This effigy, first introduced in 1985, presents the Queen wearing the royal diadem with a sense of grace and poise. It is a portrait admired for its dignified yet approachable style, and by 1997, it had already become a familiar image across all Australian coins. This combination of Devlin's coat of arms and Maclauff's Queen gives the coin both historical depth and timeless visual appeal. When it comes to specifications, the 1997 Australian 50-cent coin follows the trusted standards that collectors know and love. It weighs 15.55 grams, has a diameter of 31.51 millimeters, and is struck in copper-nickel alloy. Its unique 12-sided, or dodecagonal, shape ensures it stands out immediately among other coins, making it one of the most distinctive circulating coins anywhere in the world. The weight, size, and feel of the coin all contribute to its enduring popularity. In terms of mintage, around 26.6 million coins were struck for circulation in 1997. While this is a relatively healthy figure, it's important to remember that most of these coins went directly into everyday use. Over time, circulation has taken its toll, and examples in pristine or excellent condition are much harder to come by. That's why a 1997 50-cent coin in excellent condition is particularly special. It has survived the rough journey through wallets, tills, and pockets, retaining its original beauty. Collectors place a high value on condition, and the difference between a heavily worn coin and an excellent condition coin is massive. An excellent condition 1997 50-cent coin still shows sharp details on the kangaroo, emu, and shield. The lines of the Queen's diadem are crisp, and the overall coin has a pleasing, eye-catching brightness. These features make such coins desirable for collectors building complete year sets or simply hunting for the best-preserved examples of Australia's decimal coinage. When it comes to market value, the 1997 Australian 50-cent coin has already proven its strength. Circulated examples may only trade for around face value to a few dollars, but excellent condition pieces regularly command prices between $5 and $15 AUD. In uncirculated condition, values can rise to 25 Australian dollars or more, and proof strikes, often released in mint sets, can bring in even higher premiums depending on the market. For the sharp-eyed collector, spotting an excellent example in circulation could mean turning 50 cents into a tidy little profit. The future potential of the 1997 coin is where things get especially interesting. Modern collectors are increasingly looking at coins from the 1990s as an underappreciated era in numismatics. Many issues from this decade are scarcer in high grades than initially thought, and as demand rises, values are steadily climbing. The 1997 50 cent, especially in excellent condition, is a perfect example of a sleeper coin, one that many overlook today, but one that could surprise everyone with significant value in the years ahead. Another reason for this coin's growing appeal is its role in Australian heritage. The coat of arms design remains one of the strongest symbols of national pride, uniting the diverse states and territories under one emblem. To hold a coin like this is to hold a piece of that identity, a connection that appeals not just to numismatists, but to anyone with a love of Australian history and culture. The 1997 Australian 50-cent coin also demonstrates the importance of everyday treasures. Not every valuable coin is an obvious rarity or a commemorative release. Sometimes the coins that become most sought after are the ones that quietly circulated for years before collectors realized their potential. That's why paying attention to condition, year, and demand is so crucial, because even a coin as seemingly ordinary as this can turn out to be a hidden gem. As more collectors seek to complete year sets of Australian coins, demand for the 1997 issue will only grow. Every missing year in a collection becomes a goal, and as collectors chase after high-grade examples, the pool of excellent condition coins shrinks. This natural cycle of collecting ensures that coins like the 1997 50 cent will always have a place in the spotlight. The international appeal of Australian coinage is another factor worth noting. Collectors around the world admire the country's bold designs, high-quality minting, and unique cultural symbolism. The 1997 50-cent coin, with its combination of tradition and rarity in top condition, is a prime target for international buyers, which only adds to its value in today's market. When viewed through the lens of investment, the 1997 Australian 50-cent coin shows strong promise. It's affordable enough to collect now, but scarce enough in excellent condition to reward patient collectors later. It strikes the perfect balance between accessibility and rarity, and coins like that often see the greatest appreciation and value over time. The 1997 Australian 50-cent coin is a true hidden treasure. In excellent condition, it stands out as a rare survivor of everyday use, carrying with it the proud coat of arms, the Queen's timeless effigy, and all the symbolism of Australian unity and progress. Its current market value is already impressive, but its potential is even greater. For collectors, investors, and history lovers alike, this coin offers not just a piece of change, but a piece of heritage, and maybe, just maybe, the key to future fortune. Next up, the 1996 Australian 50-cent coin holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. While at first glance it may appear to be just another standard issue coin, its history, scarcity in higher grades, and collector demand make it an incredibly appealing piece. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into the story of this coin, its design, its specifications, and why it could be worth far more than its face value. The year 1996 was an important time for Australia as the nation looked back on key historical figures and events while continuing to embrace the coat of arms as the symbol of unity across all states and territories. This was the same year that Sir Henry Parkes was honored on the $1 coin, but the 50-cent coin maintained its classic reverse, a design that never loses its appeal. This made the 1996 50 cent a coin of continuity, a piece that linked the past to the present in an elegant way. The reverse design of the coin was created by Stuart Devlin, who is widely regarded as the father of modern Australian coin art. His depiction of the Australian coat of arms shows a kangaroo and an emu, two native animals chosen specifically because they do not move backward, symbolizing progress and forward momentum. Between them sits the heraldic shield featuring representations of all 6 states, topped by the Grand Commonwealth Star. Even in 1996, decades after its introduction, the design still stood strong as a national emblem carried in every pocket. On the obverse side, the coin displays the regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Maklauf. Introduced in 1985, this effigy portrays the Queen wearing the royal diadem, with a dignified yet approachable expression. The Maklauf portrait is known for its elegance and is a favorite among collectors. By 1996, this portrait had already become iconic on Australian coinage, and its use on the 50-cent piece adds to the appeal of this year's issue. In terms of specifications, the coin adheres to the long-standing standards of the dodecagonal 50 cent. It weighs 15.55 grams, has a diameter of 31.51 millimeters, and is struck in copper-nickel alloy. The coin is instantly recognizable by its 12-sided edge, which is smooth rather than reeded. These specifications have remained unchanged for decades, creating a sense of reliability and tradition across the series. But the real story of the 1996 50-cent coin lies in its mintage and availability. With just over 22 million coins struck for circulation, it may sound like a large number at first. However, compared to some other years of the 50-cent coin, the 1996 issue is harder to find in very good or better condition. Many of these coins entered circulation immediately and were heavily used, making well-preserved examples increasingly scarce as the years go by. For collectors, condition is everything. A very good condition coin, such as the one we're focusing on today, retains most of its fine details with only moderate where visible. The kangaroo, emu, and state symbols on the shield are still clear, while the Queen's portrait remains distinct and attractive. Coins like this are highly desirable, because finding a 1996 issue that hasn't been excessively worn down is becoming more challenging each year. The market value of the 1996 Australian 50-cent coin has seen gradual growth over the decades. In circulated grades, they generally sell for a small premium over face value, often between $1 and $3 AUD. However, coins in very good to extremely fine condition can be worth significantly more, with values ranging between $5 and $15 Australian dollars, depending on demand. Uncirculated or proof strikes from mint sets can command even higher premiums, sometimes exceeding $30 AUD. What makes this coin exciting is not just its value today, but its future potential. Collectors are increasingly turning their attention to coins of the 1990s, recognizing that many issues from this decade are scarcer than originally thought in high grades. As more people begin to focus on these modern rarities, demand will only grow, pushing values upward. Owning a very good condition 1996 50-cent piece now could prove to be an excellent investment. The 1996 50-cent coin is also a great teaching piece for new collectors. It demonstrates how even a coin that looks ordinary on the surface can become a prize when rarity, condition, and historical context are considered. It's a reminder that treasures are often hiding in plain sight, sometimes even in our everyday change. Another key factor that drives demand for this coin is its connection to Australian identity. The coat of arms design resonates with collectors, representing unity, resilience, and progress. When combined with the Queen's portrait, the coin becomes both a national and Commonwealth symbol, linking Australia's proud history with its ongoing journey. Collectors worldwide seek out the 1996 Australian 50-cent coin because it represents a balance between accessibility and rarity. It's not so scarce that it's impossible to find, but it's rare enough in high grades that owning one feels like a true accomplishment. For those building a year set of Australian 50-cent coins, the 1996 issue is absolutely essential. The demand for coins like this will only intensify as time passes. Each year, more examples are lost, damaged, or permanently stored away in private collections. As supply decreases and interest grows, the market value naturally rises. This is why numismatists often say that coins like the 1996 50 cent are sleepers, undervalued now but destined to shine in the future. For anyone considering coin collecting as both a passion and a potential investment, the 1996 Australian 50 cent is a coin worth securing. In very good condition, it already commands attention. In uncirculated condition, it can be a true centerpiece. And who knows? As history has shown us with many coins before, today's humble 50-cent piece could be tomorrow's fortune maker. The 1996 Australian 50-cent coin is more than just loose change. It's a rare and valuable piece of Australia's coinage history, carrying the nation's identity in its design and offering incredible potential for collectors. With strong demand, growing scarcity, and a fascinating background, this coin might not only enrich your collection, but could one day make you a millionaire. If you happen to find one in very good condition or better, hold on tight, because you may just be holding a piece of hidden treasure. Next up, the 50-cent coin has always been a favorite among Australian collectors, not just because of its large, distinctive shape, but also because of the many commemorative designs that have appeared over the decades. In 1994, Australia issued one of its most unique and meaningful commemorative coins, the International Year of the Family 50-cent piece. With a design that speaks directly to the heart, this coin is not just a piece of currency, but a symbol of unity, belonging, and shared humanity. The 1994 commemorative 50-cent coin was issued to celebrate the United Nations declaration of that year as the International Year of the Family. Across the world, governments, communities, and organizations joined in acknowledging the importance of families as the foundation of society. For Australia, minting this coin was a way to immortalize that global celebration and remind every person who held it of the enduring value of family. The reverse design of the coin is unlike any other. Created by Carolyn Rosser, it depicts a family as it might be drawn by a child, simple, innocent, and deeply symbolic. To the right, we see the official United Nations symbol, tying the message of the coin back to the global recognition of the family unit. This design is special because it moves away from traditional heraldic imagery, instead choosing to celebrate everyday life in a way that feels both approachable and emotionally resonant. The obverse side carries the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Maclouf. In this effigy, Her Majesty is shown wearing the royal diadem, a design that had become iconic throughout the late 1980s and 1990s. This portrait balances the commemorative reverse perfectly, one side representing tradition and authority, the other representing warmth, love, and humanity. In terms of specifications, the 1994 Australian 50-cent coin follows the trusted standard of the series. It is struck in copper-nickel, weighs 15.55 grams, and has a diameter of 31.51 millimeters. Its distinctive 12-sided edge is instantly recognizable, making it one of the most unique circulating coins in the world. These features not only make it practical, but also lend it a sense of prestige in numismatic circles. The mintage of this coin was around 20.6 million pieces, a figure that ensured it was available in circulation for everyday Australians to encounter. However, like all commemorative coins, many were quickly removed from circulation by collectors who recognized its significance from the very beginning. As a result, finding this coin in truly excellent condition today is far less common than the mintage figure might suggest. Condition is everything in coin collecting, and this is especially true for commemorative issues. A 1994 International Year of the Family 50-cent coin in excellent condition shows all the fine detail of the childlike drawing. The smiling faces, the linked hands, and the clear presence of the UN symbol. On the obverse, the Queen's effigy remains crisp, with minimal signs of wear. Such coins are prized not only for their beauty, but also for their relative scarcity compared to worn examples still lingering in circulation. When it comes to current market value, circulated examples of the coin generally sell for $1 to $3 AUD. However, coins in excellent condition, such as the one we are discussing, regularly attract higher prices, often in the range of $8 to $15 AUD. For uncirculated or mint condition coins, values can climb to 25 Australian dollars or more, and proofs issued in official mint sets can sell even higher depending on collector demand. What makes this coin especially exciting is its future potential. As collectors increasingly seek out coins from the 1990s, the International Year of the Family issue stands out for its unusual design and powerful theme. Its appeal goes beyond numismatics. It speaks to people who value family and connection, making it a coin with cross-generational and even international interest. This broad appeal helps strengthen its long-term investment potential. The emotional resonance of this coin cannot be overstated. Unlike coins that celebrate military victories, political figures, or national symbols, the 1994 50-cent piece celebrates something universal, the family. That makes it a coin that nearly everyone can relate to, and this emotional connection adds a layer of desirability that is rare in the world of numismatics. Collectors also appreciate the artistic boldness of Carolyn Rosser's design. By using a childlike drawing rather than a traditional emblem, the coin represents innocence, simplicity, and purity. It's a reminder that sometimes the most powerful messages are conveyed in the simplest of forms. That uniqueness makes it stand out in any collection of Australian coins. Over time, the demand for commemorative 50-cent coins has only grown. Many Australians actively collect these issues year by year, and completing a set is nearly impossible without the 1994 International Year of the Family coin. This guaranteed demand ensures that the coin will always hold a solid position in the marketplace, regardless of fluctuations in the broader economy. For international collectors, this coin is a highlight too. The combination of a universal theme and Australia's distinctive 12-sided coinage gives it a strong global appeal. Many overseas collectors seek out Australian commemorative issues because of their striking designs and high minting quality, and the 1994 coin is among the most popular of that decade. When viewed as an investment, the 1994 50-cent coin has everything in its favor. It is not rare in absolute numbers, but scarcity in high grades, combined with strong emotional appeal, creates an environment where values are likely to rise steadily over time. It's the kind of coin that seems ordinary now, but has the potential to become a standout piece in the future, especially as nostalgia for the 1990s grows stronger. In conclusion, the 1994 International Year of the Family 50-cent coin is more than just money. It's a statement, a celebration, and a legacy. In excellent condition, it is a coin that captures history, design innovation, and timeless human values, all in one. For collectors, investors, and anyone who treasures the importance of family, this coin is a reminder that even the simplest piece of change can hold extraordinary meaning and untapped value.